jump right in and introduce Sandeep and Mihailo on screen and let them take it from here. So Sandeep, Mihailo, welcome. We're super excited to have you again and loving the shirts.
Yes, we were saying that we are the Polygon twins today, like,
Mission accomplished.
Yeah. We should take a picture of it to post on Twitter also, because this looks funny.
All right, so it's been incredible to get this event going. I'll summarize for people who are just joining us for the summit piece. This is officially the biggest event ETHGlobal has done, and in our four years of running things, we have never seen this much interest in what's happening in Web3, especially from people who are uniquely leaving Web2 to join. The last 2 weeks, we got record number of applications to attend the hackathon, and we had to sadly say no to a lot of people because we couldn't support them for judging. So that's already a great start to this day, and I'll let you kick off with what's happening with Polygon.
Yes, awesome. So I will take the first part of the presentation, and then from there Mihailo can pick up. So let me quickly share my wait, this one. That okay. So basically, like I'll start with a brief overview of Polygon. And first of all, like, I welcome everyone who has shown interest in this, Web Road to Web3 hackathon. And then, I wish to all the people who are already in Web3 and who are coming from Web2 to Web3, fantastic, experience with this hackathon. And they get to, at least a good mental framework of, of their journey into Web3. So, I mean, to start with, like, Polygon's journey, like, Polygon was founded in 2017. Then we did an IEO on Binance. But, in June 2020, we launched our mainnet with the proof of stake chain. And, by end of 2020, Polygon was already showing signs of very high amount of adoption. And, we were previously called Matic Network. Many of you would have heard that before also, but we rebranded from Matic to Polygon because, and some of the things I'm going to talk in the next slide, that, Polygon now is, previously Matic Network was one kind of chain, like it was Plasma chains, to be scaling Ethereum. But now Polygon, we have a much larger vision of having this multi-chain, internet of blockchains for Ethereum, where developers can choose from various different kind of solutions that we provide. And I'm going to talk more about that, going forward. Then in April 2021, a large amount of DeFi started coming onto Polygon. And then, this culminated with Uniswap, I think 3-4 weeks back, Uniswap also deploying, which completes the entire, the Ethereum DeFi community having a store on Polygon. So they continue to exist on Ethereum main chain, but they also have their, you can say, stores on the Polygon chain also. And it has been absolutely a fantastic journey from there. And many of these protocols have larger number of users on Polygon now than the main chain. Of course, the volume of the transactions is smaller, but the number of users they have there is, and that's why, like, the DeFi initiative is called DeFi for All on Polygon, because it basically allows retail community to participate in the DeFi because of the low gas fees and everything. And then, from June to the end of last year, we have expanded Polygon and, kind of made Polygon as one of the powerhouses of zero knowledge technology. Now, some of the most, famous projects in the zero knowledge space, like Polygon Hermes, Polygon Zero, one protocol that we are doing with Ernst & Young, Polygon Nightfall, and, Polygon Maiden, constitute the zero knowledge, suite of Polygon. And, pound for pound, many people have said that, probably Polygon has probably one of the best, if not the best, like top 2 teams in the Ethereum scaling space. So, and then there have been like multiple things with Polygon Zero. We announced the Plonky 2, which is the like 100x faster than any other zero knowledge recursive proof generator, to kind of scale the zero knowledge technology. So, what exactly is Polygon? So, Polygon, as I said, that is a multi-chain suite of these blockchains. So basically, Polygon is not one chain. Like, although many of you will interact with Polygon POS chain for now in this hackathon, but if you see and if you follow my cursor, like Polygon, has a much larger the visibility or kind of the mindset for the Ethereum scalability. We don't believe in one narrow definition of Polygon of Ethereum scaling, which primarily has been purely layer 2. And layer 2 means like you have full security guarantee of Ethereum. That means both your data as well as your dispute resolution, which are the technical terms of layer 2, are guarded by Ethereum. But for easiness perspective, just think that full blown layer 2 means full security from Ethereum. But then obviously when you are getting full security from Ethereum, you have to pay for fee for that, right? So we believe that there are each application has its own requirements, and Polygon wants to be present across this spectrum, where on the left extreme you see this low security from Ethereum, or almost no security. You have sovereign chains, like and the security of the chain is fully guaranteed by the sovereign validators of that chain. And then if you come to the middle, you will find a chain like Polygon POS, which is built on top of Ethereum, does not derive full security from Ethereum, but there is the staking rewards, everything happens on Ethereum. And then on the right extreme, you can see the full-blown rollups, where we have 4 zero-knowledge rollup efforts going on. Each of them have their own benefits, own trade-offs, and right now they are all 4 different products. Maybe some of them will converge with each other. And then in between that, we also have a Polygon Avail, which is the data availability solution from Polygon, which allows, and the people who know zero-knowledge scaling space, which allows for Validium, where you can have the zero knowledge proofs back on Ethereum, but the data availability can stay on an off-chain layer. So that's basically, again, the idea to take back home is that Polygon is provides spectrum of these solutions across the board for Ethereum scaling, and you as a developer, you choose what is better for you. Are you a DeFi application who needs absolute security from Ethereum? Then choose zero knowledge rollups. If you are building a very casual game where you need a bridge from Polygon to, or your own chain to Ethereum, maybe use Polygon SDK. Or if you want, like somewhere in the middle, you want to interact with the larger DeFi and NFT ecosystem, maybe you want to remain on a shared chain, still low cost, you can be on Polygon POS. So giving the power back to, and the power of choice back to the developer for this Web3 compute, right? So, and Polygon actually, if you see, we want to kind of become the AWS of Web3, where, today, if you are coming from Web2, you are building an application and you want to deploy it, you go to AWS, choose the server you want, choose the database you want, and then you deploy your application, right? In Web3, you are looking for decentralized compute. In Web2, you are looking for centralized compute, right? So in Web3, when you will be building your application, you will probably come to Polygon and see, okay, what is the requirement of my application, whether it's a DeFi, it's NFT, how much security I want, and how much controls, use censorship resistance I want, and you will choose your solution according to that, but fully connected with Ethereum, because that's where the large network effects lie. So I already mentioned about these, around 7 products that we have: Polygon POS, Polygon SDK, which is now called Polygon Edge, Polygon Avail, Hermes, Nightfall, Maiden, and Zero are the zero knowledge projects. So I mean, in terms of the investors in our Polygon ecosystem, like the largest of the largest names are there, and then all these investors are investing very heavily in Polygon ecosystem. I mean, we kind of, I mean, a lot of these investors have committed multiple $100 million into the protocol. And if you are building into the ecosystem, and if you are building something, and it is great, we are more than happy to, provide all these investor connections to the people who have strong product aspirations, post the hackathon. And in terms of the Polygon project, these are like very small number of the projects like Aave, Uniswap, and Decentraland, like especially let's say metaverses. People talk about metaverses, but some of the largest metaverses, not some of the, in fact, all the largest metaverses in the Web3 space are all on Polygon. Decentraland, Somnium Space, Sandbox, Aave Gotchi, all of them are on Polygon. Some of the top games like Neon District, Zedrun, Mega Cryptopolis, all of them are on Polygon. And now brands, big brands like Adidas and Prada, Dolce and Gabbana are launching their NFTs, and you have access to this large ecosystem now if you are building on Polygon. I mean, I already spoke about this metaverse and the brand related things also. Macy's Thanksgiving parade had their NFTs launched on Polygon. NFL had their NFTs on Polygon. And on the metaverse side, like all the blue chip metaverses are integrated with Polygon. So yeah, I mean, in terms of adoption, Polygon currently, I think that by the daily average users and the number of developers building on Polygon, Polygon has emerged as the most used, Polygon POS has emerged as the most used blockchain globally. It has surpassed even the mother chain Ethereum, and then even like all of the other layer ones. If you take by the number of daily active users and the total number of unique users in the ecosystem, we would be probably 5 to 10x of any of the even the layer ones, alternate layer ones which are trying to compete with Ethereum. Right. So, I mean, it's an order of magnitude. It's not like Polygon has more than that. It's orders of magnitude higher of these matrices on Polygon. And the benefits, like as some of you would already understand, that Polygon will, provides full Ethereum compatibility, scalability. That means low cost transactions, security and sovereignty. If you are looking for a Polygon SDK related or Polygon edge chain, interoperability, bridges between these chains, and user experience related things like meta transactions and all that. A developer experience, like if you learned Solidity, which is predominantly the largest and the most used kind of blockchain programming language, you have access to all the tooling, including Hardhat or Tenderly or RPC providers like Infura, Alchemy, everything. So these are some of the benefits, but once you start building on it, I'm pretty sure you'll love the developer experience overall. Adoption, I already spoke about, like, many of the, as I was saying, that many of the other layer ones, that even the layer ones, if you see, they would have like, 100, 200, 300 application. Alchemy sometime back, they posted that Polygon has 7,000 plus applications. We have generally, 3 to 4 million average daily number of transactions. The TVL on the network is around $12 billion. And overall market cap of the protocol has reached fluctuates between 16 to 20 billion dollars. On Polygon POS chain, you get 2-second block times, which makes it very, very, very fast. EVM compatibility and a lot of other things. So and like, especially if you are building on NFT, like all the biggest NFT enablers like OpenSea as a marketplace, fractionalization protocol like Uniquely, and like many other things like Showtime, they are all available on Polygon. And you can, if you are building an NFT project, you get direct access to this entire NFT ecosystem. Community wise, Polygon is now one of the largest crypto communities, and people and the projects which are building on Polygon, they get visibility directly to all these users. Now, even if you are building a gaming platform like IndieGG, which is the India version of YGG, which is the play to earn community, you have direct access to that also. And IndieGG is also very closely worked upon by Polygon Studios. Then like we have mentioned some of the stats about the OpenSea, in terms of the NFT tech support, it has been a constant growth overall on Polygon. And here is a brief self-explanatory comparison of some of these other layer ones which are trying to compete with Ethereum. But we believe that like Polygon already provides all those advantages on the top of Ethereum. So, generally negates the need for any other, other blockchain platform. And, with the Ethereum's huge community, massive community, it gives every reason to, remain intact in this high network effect community. So, I mean, in terms of the tooling, You see the wallets. I mean, almost every wallet, available in the Web3 space is integrated with Polygon. Oracles, almost every Oracle is integrated with Polygon. Exchanges integrations, every exchange is integrated. DAO, dev tooling, it is pretty extensive in that sense. Like anything that you are used to using on Ethereum, most likely you will find those same tools working on Polygon like a charm. And NFT and gaming, these are some of the top games that we could mention here. OpenSea, Superfarm, Battle Racers. I mean, many of these are Comet, Arzora, and all that. These are big names in the NFT space. Some more names on the NFT side of things, and this is like a very small list of this one's. Like, I think gaming wise, we'll have 500 to 1,000 various level of games on Polygon. DeFi, as I said, that the entire DeFi ecosystem is there on Polygon. Like whatever you have on Ethereum main chain, if you want to experiment with DEXs, lending, borrowing protocols, everything is available on Polygon on the mainnet. So you can have direct integrations and testings of your project that you are building. And this is DeFi 2. Second slide, and then third slide. Like everything that you can imagine on DeFi is available on Polygon. So that's all from my side. And then that's the closure of the presentation. And then I would also request my co-founder Mihailo, who's has been pretty prolific in the Ethereum research community, to talk more about, let's say, what Polygon is doing on the zero knowledge side, to just give you a brief flavor of like what all we are doing on the zero knowledge and why we believe that this is the future of blockchain scaling.
Yeah, of course. Hi everyone. First of all, thanks Kartik and the team for organizing this. This is really amazing, and of course we're super thrilled and humbled to see this level of interest. More than 1,200 hackers already applied, and that's really amazing to see. And that's basically why we started this whole thing called Polygon. And it's we're super happy to see all of this. I think Sandeep covered pretty much everything that is important for I don't know, for the hacker, for the builders community to know. Maybe as Sandeep said, I can briefly cover our efforts on the ZK side, and maybe I can take a step back maybe and cover actually more the vision itself of Polygon, how it started and how do we see this Web3, because the title of the event, the name of the event is Road to Web3. So I was thinking maybe I can just briefly share some of our thoughts basically, and how do we see the whole Web3 ecosystem, what it means for us, and what do we want to actually do for it. So for us, Web3 is the one of the most potentially impactful technological movements in the world at this point in time, and we believe it can have significant and profound impact on the whole society, on the whole planet in general. And to try to kind of, this is too vague of course, but to try to maybe articulate some points is that one of the things that we're trying to build with Web3 is this global network of value. So with internet, we established this global internet of information, right? And we kind of democratized access to information. So prior to internet information, let's say education, obtaining certain knowledge or skills was not really widely or globally available, and maybe people who had better financial status or were maybe living in certain geographies were able to acquire knowledge, to go to universities, etc. And internet kind of democratized that. So anyone in any remote, I don't know, village in Africa or in whatever, Philippines, can now access this global pool of information and knowledge. And that's really transformative concept, of course. What was lacking there, like one major thing that was lacking there, is this global network of value. So okay, now we democratize knowledge, we democratize information. How do we now allow these people globally to monetize this knowledge, to actually benefit from the knowledge they acquired? In a lot of parts of the world, in many parts of the world, this is not really possible. Like in, I don't know, I lived in some time in Africa, in Tanzania, and for example, a huge part of the population doesn't even have IDs, not to mention bank accounts. So they are kind of excluded from this current financial system. And Web3 in establishing this global network of value is really a transformative concept that can actually now also democratize access to this global economy and establish actually this global borderless economy and allow everyone in the world literally to just simply spin up or install a wallet and actually become part of this global open borderless economy. And that's for us hugely transformational concept. There are some other also important concepts. I guess I can speak about Polygon and Web3 for days. I'll just be try to be mindful of time. And yeah, concepts like ownership, where people finally own their own assets. Of course, digital assets primarily. It's hugely transformational, having no intermediaries. You're actually in charge and holding actually your assets. This is also something that we never had in modern history, and several other ways. The ways Web3 and its concepts can affect the way we organize ourselves, the way companies work, all sorts of human organizations, from companies to NGOs, to governments even. All of this can be disrupted. And we believe, taking everything into account, Web3 is, in my opinion, the most transformative tech movement in the world now. And I'm also personally very humbled and excited that I'm a small contributor in this movement. And yes, that is this primary and unlimited, I guess, source of inspiration for us at Polygon as the founders, I guess, and the team overall. So that being said, we believe Ethereum is our best shot by far to actually build this Web3. And we are fully committed as a project to Ethereum. We are part of the Ethereum community. We consider Polygon an integral part of the Ethereum ecosystem. That is how we position ourselves. Ethereum is, again, when it showed up with its energy, with technology, this programmable blockchain emerged as again, our best shot to build this Web3. The thing that we just realized along the way is that Ethereum layer 1 that we originally all used for building applications and trying to realize this dream that we have is basically highly limited in terms of throughput. There's only a certain amount of activity that can happen on actually layer 1. Soon enough, we realized that in order to actually onboard the masses, we of course want to onboard 1 billion plus people to this new global network that we call Web3. In order to do that, Ethereum layer 1 is eventually going to become some sort of higher court, some sort of settlement chain, a central component of this wider ecosystem that is actually Ethereum multi-chain that we believe Polygon represents. So that being said, I can do a transition to say what is Polygon. We understood that first thing, that Ethereum layer 1 cannot support this level of activity that we need for Web3. We understood that we have to have these scaling solutions to scale it. And we understood also that we are basically in an early phase of building this infrastructure. Okay, so we want to build robust, decentralized, secure, eventually probably even private infrastructure that can support 1 billion plus people. That is our goal here, if you want to have really a global network. Building such infrastructure takes time. It cannot be built overnight. This is basically a marathon that is what we understood. And we will probably get there, I don't know, I hope in 5 years, maybe in 10, but definitely it's not going to happen this or next year. We understood that this is basically right now an early phase of innovation in Web3. And having understood that, we decided that the community needs a project like Polygon that is supporting all meaningful scaling solutions. That is basically a hub of innovation and R&D and in development in general in this field of scaling and infrastructure development. Ethereum didn't have such a project before, and we are happy that we managed to start it. Polygon is an unopinionated platform that supports all major scaling solutions from, as Sandeep covered, from fully, for us, scaling Ethereum is basically scaling Ethereum stack. So anything from fully standalone Ethereum chains up to fully secured layer 2s and hold that spectrum in between is something that we are interested in and we are working hard on providing. That being said, we are definitely a little bit biased in the long term towards ZK-based solutions. Being involved with Ethereum scaling ever since 2017, I guess, when Plasma was originally introduced as the first formalized scaling, I guess, approach for Ethereum. We analyzed all these major approaches to scaling, analyzed the trade-offs, and we believe basically that ZK-based solutions are solutions that offer the best set of trade-offs and actually can allow us to offer or to satisfy these strict design criteria that Ethereum ecosystem has. So Ethereum as an ecosystem is really making no compromises when it comes to these major design principles like decentralization, security, scalability, and other important design criteria. And with ZK Tech and privacy, of course, ultimately, with ZK Tech, I believe we have a good chance to kind of deliver on all these requirements. So several months ago, we basically announced or formalized that bias, I guess, by announcing our ZK thesis, which is a short, basically, post that speaks generally what I just talks about what I said in general now, and our commitment to support these ZK-based solutions. And we also committed $1 billion from our treasury to support all the relevant efforts in that field. Since then, we introduced, as Sandeep covered, several major interesting ZK projects. Polygon Hermes, Polygon Maiden, Polygon Zero, and Polygon Nightfall. For now, we have a lot of meaningful efforts happening in the background, anything from hardware acceleration to tooling in ZK ecosystem, etc. I don't think we have the time to cover that now. But what I would like to say is that specifically with one of the projects, Polygon Hermes, basically, Polygon Hermes is a ZK rollup that is currently live on Ethereum mainnet, but it supports, like all other ZK rollups, it supports payments, basically like simple transaction logic only. Until, I guess, 6 months ago, it was uncertain whether it's even possible, practically possible, to build ZK-based EVM compatible solution. And I think with Hermes now and several other projects, this is becoming the reality. And we are very, very optimistic now when it comes to results that we have with Polygon Hermes. We basically have the prover already in place. We don't see any major obstacles on the research and design side. We are very confident now that I can confidently say within 3 months from now, we will have a testnet for full-blown ZK EVM, which is going to be the world's first, basically, ZK EVM rollup. We are super excited about that, and we're preparing a lot of auxiliary activities to support that announcement, and hopefully the testnet that should happen 3 months after that, roughly, again. So yes, this is something that we are very excited about, and we're working around the clock to build and to deliver. And yeah, for us also, one thing that I forgot to mention, Ethereum compatibility being, of course, integral part of Ethereum compatibility is very important for us. We kind of learned that as a project the hard way, I guess. We started originally with this POS chain that most of the people are using now, which is fully EVM compatible, and Plasma implementation that we have, that never really took off. And the reason it didn't take off, it was because it wasn't EVM compatible. To use it, you actually had to learn how these Plasma predicates work, express your application logic using those predicates, etc. So it was kind of a new paradigm. And we understood that there's so much hunger on the developer side. And as we can see, there's 1,200 people here now that want to build their applications. They want to use Solidity is mainstream already. EVM is mainstream. People want to build their dreams, basically. They don't want to learn new paradigms like these predicates and whatnot. So we learned that kind of lesson, I guess, and all the solutions, at least for now, that we're working on are fully EVM compatible, including this Polygon Hermes that I'm mentioning. So everything you basically learn developing on Ethereum and then developing on Polygon now, Polygon POS chain is fully applicable for also upcoming Polygon Hermes. And that's something we're also very excited about. So you will basically have the same Ethereum developer experience like you have on Ethereum, on Polygon POS, you will have on this highly secure, robust solution that is Polygon Hermes. And yeah, I think I can wrap it up here. I mean, I could talk, I guess, a lot more, but I hope this was helpful just to put things into perspective and to say it from Polygon side, we are heads down really working on more exciting and advanced solutions from our side. Until then, enjoy using Polygon POS as a super cheap alternative to Ethereum. And yeah, enjoy hacking. And thank you so much.
Yeah, Mihailo, Sandeep, thank you so much for that amazing overview. And of course, lots more to come in terms of brand new primitives and ease of use for Hazard Knowledge Proofs will just make all this easier. So thanks again for that. And so I don't have enough time for Q&A, but I'll relay them to you directly and we can relay those answers to our audience later.
Sure, we can answer them.
So without further ado, let's